You know, I spend most of my time backstage. Coming out here and feeling your energy is one of my highlights of my weekend. And I especially like our pre-show warm-up. And I had an opportunity to kind of watch, and again, we had the longest human train in history running through the concourse. And I wanted to advise you that right now we are streaming live to the world on MeetOn.com. That means right now you could be on camera streaming to the world. So sit up straight, put your smile on, because for the rest of the presentation, the cameras are not going to be focused on me, but you, so we can see your expressions and those at home can understand why they need to be here. To be honest, that's just my way to keep you from falling asleep during my presentation, right? But one of the things I think that our audience who's on MeetOn right now miss is that pre-show experience. And I noticed a lot of people excited and showing the energy. And I know that that's because you guys have a plan. And you're executing that plan because you're here. And that's one of the things that those watching this on MeetOn don't see. So I wanted to see if we could just throw the cameras out in the audience for a second and re-experience our pre-show warm-up, because I see a lot of choreography out in the audience that I want our MeetOn viewers to see as well. So let's take a second to pre-show warm-up one more time. You're live. Show them what you got. They're watching you right now. Show them why they need to be here. Over back here in this area. Let me see ya.
Come on, folks, stand up. You're live on MeetOn across the globe.
You're live right now on MeetOn. All right. Not too much. We don't want to give away too much, but that's what you're missing by not being here in person. The camaraderie of a common dream. That was a freebie for all of you on MeetOn right now. But the common dream that we share and the journey that we are on together is what this event is about, in addition to the content you get from the stage and the information. And a while back, we asked you to take another type of journey with us. And we asked you to imagine the world that MeetOn could be and the impact that it can have on your businesses and your growth. Imagine things like getting business building tips from corporate and field experts. Imagine physicians explaining our products to your customers and your customers buying those products right on MeetOn, and you still getting the retail profit and the BV, because MeetOn shopping is powered by shop.com. We asked you to imagine being 1,000 miles away and still being able to plug into a home business presentation like this one done by Shane Krangle and being in the room with them. Never before possible. We asked you to imagine being at a regional convention across the country or across the world, much like this event is being broadcast. Imagine getting product training continually and being able to share that training with your customers and that information. Asked you to imagine things like you experienced yesterday, private meets, private interactions, which is a function already on MeetOn where you can interact directly with a trainer, a leader, to give you special coaching and special personal attention. And we've delivered those things already. It's no longer our imagination. We've delivered. And we asked you next to experience MeetOn. Experience the weekly corporate trainings that are already going on. From the Nutrimetrics division, the TLS division, health and nutrition, and the list goes on. Experience it. We asked you to experience distributor trainings from the leaders, those who are successful. While they are building their businesses, you can sit in. you can tap in to their success, not even in their organizations. And then we ask you not just to experience MeetOn, but to become the experience, be the experience. Become a broadcaster, share your knowledge, share your journey, share your experiences with the rest of our distributors, with unfranchised owners, entrepreneurs. And you started to do that. Many of you are broadcasters right now on MeetOn. Many of you are sharing and building together and creating a connection that's global as a result of MeetOn. And as a result, you've given us feedback. You've shared your input, and we've been listening. So we're making some changes. We're making some changes, and that starts by creating a Market America only version of MeetOn.com. Market America only content, Market America only broadcasters. And that also starts with a slightly new look, a bit more familiar look to us, that all of our content and broadcasters are Market America team members, but also the branding associated with this platform is now MeetOn Market America. Where are you going tonight? I'm meeting on Market America. It's going to become the word and the phrase that we start to use. The great thing is that we're integrating the platform into the tools that you already have available. In fact, you will access MeetOn through your unfranchised business accounts. Right. Now that's great for you guys as broadcasters, right? Because we want Market America only broadcasters. But your customers still have access to this content because there's great product information, there's great business introductions that are happening on MeetOn, and they still have the ability to get to MeetOn by typing ma.meeton.com. And they have the ability to see all the content. You can take them directly to a link for a specific piece of information that you want them to see at that time. And while they're there, they're being exposed to everything else that is Market America and shop.com. Another change is that we're going to only have Market America specific categories, right? No other content will be allowed on the MeetOn, the Market America version of MeetOn. Now, another thing that we learned from you as you started to be the experience is that there are a lot of variables associated with streaming content, right? One of the biggest challenges is bandwidth. If you're streaming out to the world, it takes a significant amount of bandwidth to do it. And we created several mechanisms within MeetOn to take into account the fact that sometimes you're not going to have a lot of bandwidth. You're not going to be connected to your home network. You're going to be traveling and so forth. And bandwidth quality will dictate what type of broadcast you need to be doing. But you really had no way to know what your bandwidth was before. You just had to blindly broadcast. Well, now we've implemented a bandwidth speed test function as part of the broadcasting procedure. It's a very simple thing. It happens automatically, and it'll tell you, based upon your connection speed at that moment, what type of broadcast you should do. A simple, easy browser broadcast, which is the least quality, still magnificent, or a high quality, or an HD quality, and it'll show that to you. Just click a button as the one you want to do in your broadcasting. Simplification. This one will probably get you excited in that we are integrating PowerPoint functionality within the MeetOn platform. So now, in addition to having the broadcasters communicate information, communicate verbally, they will have the ability to present that data and support that data with graphics through PowerPoint. These are just a few of the changes. There are more changes coming with the Market America MeetOn version. But the key to those changes is adoption. It's like anything else. We're going to improve, we're going to grow, we're going to get better, but that comes as a result of your adoption of the platform, right? The more you're communicating to us, the more you're using it, the more you understand, the better feedback you give us, the better input you give us, and therefore the better changes we can make, right? You agree with me so far? We're in this together. MeetOn is no different, right? Right? Together? Now, so now we are having a Be the Experience breakout session tonight. Now I know that there are many of you here that say, I will never broadcast to the world on MeetOn or anywhere else for that matter. But you're probably the same ones who said, I will never hold the clicker and show the plan in front of the room, right? You will get there because it's doing nothing but recording and broadcasting what you're already doing to build the business. It's not that hard. We want you to participate in tonight's session because we're going to run down some of the functions and features that we haven't shared tonight, but also teach you how to broadcast. And literally, it's about 3 or 4 button clicks and you're broadcasting to the world. So it's not going to take long to train you, but it's also an opportunity for you to ask us questions. Get your feedback to us in a real personal way. That session is going to be tonight at 8 o'clock at the Hilton in the Tenor Ballroom. So if you're ready to be the experience, come join us tonight. If you're ready to grow your business in a more global capacity, working cross-pollination strategies that were never possible because you couldn't be everywhere you needed to be, now you can with MeetOn. Ladies and gentlemen, will you be the experience with us? Will you be the experience? I'll see you tonight at the Tenor Ballroom. Thank you very much.